doing what you wanted to, then leave him and go get you another one, divorce him and get you another one. You know what I'm saying? Interracial marriage, love is love, all this garbage. You understand? That has been for the last 400 plus years. You know what I'm saying? That's all a lie. You know what I'm saying? Casual sex isn't casual. You know what I'm saying? There's a price that comes behind sex. You understand? And we're gonna learn here in tonight's class that sex is what makes the marriage. It's not this ring and piece of paper that the Christian church has pushed down your throats since you was a kid. And then you know what I'm saying with Disney Channel and all them different Disney movies, you know what I'm saying, teaching you that you need this big wedding and everybody's supposed to dress in white. You know, when they wear a white dress, you know, like wearing the white dress means purity. How you supposed to be pure and you done slept with the entire neighborhood? You done been ran. How are you pure? You understand? And then also with the marriage and marriage license, it's a lose lose and a trap and a no good situation for any man that gets in that situation. You understand? So what the church teaching you and what we teach you here in the ISUPK under Commander General Yohana is sex makes marriage. You know what I'm saying? If we've been taught since we've been grown, you know what I'm saying, since babies that ladies, our sisters have been taught if you lay down with them, that's your husband, and that's the only husband. Don't you think a lot of these women would have a better or a more discern on who they open their legs to?
Right.
It wouldn't be no one night stands, wouldn't be no single parent houses, wouldn't be no single mothers. It wouldn't be all that because you would have, you know what I'm saying, you would be more picky about who you open your legs to.
That's right.
And same thing with men. You know what I'm saying? If you've been taught if you lay with her, you gotta keep her. I mean, a lot of these women that you know what I'm saying these men laying with, they wouldn't even thought about laying with her because hey, I don't you know you cool and all, but you know what I'm saying red flag. What they say red flag? That's a red flag. You know you a red flag, sis. Right. You all kinds of toxic. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no parts of that. You know what I'm saying? I knew if I knew that growing up, had the women that I'd have never looked twice.
Right.
Like straight up, I'd have never looked twice. You understand? So you know what I'm saying? Like the church has like the scriptures say. You know what I'm saying? We are completely destroyed for the lack of knowledge.
Right.
You know laws because we've never been taught them laws. That's why we're at the bottom. That's why we live in poverty. We still got to go to slave every day. That's why these things keep happening to us. That's why we get shot down in the middle of the street. We get no justice. That's why all these was because we don't follow God's laws. If we follow God's laws, we be put above, like the scripture said, we be put above all other nations. You know what I'm saying? God will be on our side. But since we don't follow them laws, the Most High is not on our side, and that's why we go through the conditions that we go through. I got this article for us too. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go over this article that give us the numbers and give us all the statistics and everything behind marriages here in America. Christian marriages, Catholic marriages, any type of religious marriages, and everything like that. You know, interracial marriages and divorce rates. You understand? Because what we've been taught is all you got to do is, you know what I'm saying, put a ring on it, and then you live happily ever after. And that's a goddamn lie.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because 50% of marriages here in America end in divorce, which is the highest out of any country in the world. You know what I'm saying? There's a higher divorce rate here in America. You know what I'm saying? 50% of divorces end in or it's like 50% of marriages end in divorce. 80% of those marriages are initiated by the woman.
Right.
Now they got things called irreconcilable. What was it? Irreconcilable. What's that word? Irreconcilable differences or some shit like that.
Reconcile.
Irreconcile. Yeah, irreconcile differences. What the hell does that even mean? You know what I'm saying? Like he put the ring on it, right? That's what you've been waiting for your whole life. That's what you spent all that money on that wedding for. Was to be married. You know what I'm saying? But just like will give you a piece of paper to be married, he also gives you another piece of paper that says you're divorced. You know what I'm saying? He also tells a woman that if you don't like what he's doing, then you can just leave him.
Right.
When none of that is the Most High. None of that's in the scriptures, and we're definitely going to prove all of that today. But let's start out with the article. Go to the marriage success rate.
It's like talking about the 113.
Yeah, 113. Yeah, and then it has like the marriage, a bunch of marriage statistics. Let's just start up here at the top. I'm at the bottom for some reason. Yes, let's start up here at the top.
Kind of talking about Salaki about me, talking about the marriage success rate.
Nah, it's got the divorce rate. I think it took you to the bottom. Scroll up to see if you can scroll up to the top. Does it scroll up? Yeah, it took you down to the bottom too. First, read the. You can read the opening statement, and then read the U.S. divorce statistics. Starts out what is the divorce rate in America? You see that? Let's start there.
The one started the 113 divorce statistic.
That's just the title. Yeah, so just scroll down to where it says, "What is the divorce rate in America?"
What is the divorce rate in America? We're covering all the divorce statistics for the U.S. divorce rates at the percentage of marriages that end in divorce. Right in.
And now it goes to U.S. divorce statistics.
U.S. divorce statistics. The divorce rate in the U.S. is a 44.6% of marriages. There are roughly 2.9 divorces per 1,000 people. The average length of a marriage that ends in divorce is 8 years. Women file for 66% of divorces. The most common age for divorce is between 25 and 39.
Between 25 and 39 years old. So, like, damn, woman, you almost 40 years old. How you think the grass greener on the other side? And that's really where a lot of because we're gonna get into the reasons behind divorce rate. And you know what I'm saying, 90% of the reasons is because women aren't happy. You know what I'm saying? When they're not happy, what you say?
Salaki.
Irreconcilable differences. You know what I'm saying? Basically, they're not happy. You know what I'm saying? So they're leaving these marriages because of happiness. And happiness is a verb. Happiness is an action. You know what I'm saying? It's something you do, not something that you feel. And that's what a lot of these where a lot of these women get it mistaken at. That they're looking for this feeling. They're looking for this feeling that they're supposed to have. This feeling like love. Love is also a verb which shows action. It's something you do. It's not something that you feel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But they looking for these feelings. They looking for that what they call it, the little butterflies in the tummy. Bitch, that's bubble guts. So lock it. Keep going.
The median age for divorce is 39. The divorce rate among those over 50 greatly since the 1990s. The most common reason cited for divorce is lack of commitment.
Lack of commitment. Now, what does that mean? Lack of commitment.
Like commitment. I just giving up on the relationship, just throwing the towel in.
Every what's that? pronounce that word for shit. What's that word?
Reconcile.
That's basically what that is. Keep going.
Kind of.
Basically, you ain't kissing her ass.
Right. So like if I'm, I didn't got that saying here in America, but that happy wife,
happy life, happy wife, happy life. Yeah, basically you ain't kissing her ass enough. That's what it is. Keep going.
Kind of. 60% of second marriages end in divorce.
So if you marry, divorce, and get married again, which is we're gonna learn here in a minute that that's against the law. You're not supposed to do that. You know what I'm saying? But those marriages end percent of the time. Keep going.
Kind of. The rate of divorce decrease with higher level of education. States that have no fault divorce laws have higher divorce rates than states that require proof of.
You know what no fault divorce is?
Salaki. Let me see if I'm gonna get this right. A no fault means that like you can't get a divorce on the grounds of abandonment, adultery, things of that nature.
What's that word you keep saying? Let's stay right on topic. What's that word you keep saying?
Irreconcilable.
Irreconcilable differences. That's what no fault is. I'm not happy. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't do nothing wrong. He didn't cheat. He did everything that he was supposed to as a husband, but I'm just not happy. Like what's that little devil bitch name? But everybody thinks she's sister looking ass. Remember she left for that same reason, no fault divorce. Tia Tamira.
Tamira.
Yeah, I forget which one was it that what it was, or which one it was that left. She just recently left her husband, not within the last couple months.
God, she did.
For no reason.
Yeah, God.
For no reason whatsoever besides I guess she wasn't happy.
God.
You know what I'm saying? And the double standard behind this is when women do it, it's all good. But it's a problem if a man does it. You know what I'm saying? When women will back women up about leaving the man for not being happy. Well, she just wasn't happy. Big up to her. She's doing her. She woo. But they'll dog a man out if they leave a woman for not being happy. You should have tried better. He ain't shit. What's their favorite word they just learned this year? Narcissist. They're a narcissist. But in the whole term of happy wife, happy life, ain't that a narcissist term?
But they don't view it like that.
Ain't that a whole narcissist term? Happy wife, happy life. That's a narcissist term. That basically describes what a narcissistic wife, happy life. It's all about the wife. It's all about me. I'm better than you. Ain't that what a narcissist is? I mean, Salakia. Keep going.
Also, more likely to experience emotional behavioral problems.
Now, with that right there, in a single parent household, in a single woman household, opposed to a son, children are more likely to jail. Girls are more likely to be promiscuous, more likely to also end up single parents. Children are more likely to be abused and sexually abused. Children are more likely to be on drugs. Children are likely to, you know what I'm saying, all these bad things. Children are more likely to do that. But these selfish bitches don't even think about the children when they thinking about their happiness. Well, what about your child's happiness, bitch?
Right.
It's all about you, huh? Ain't that what a narcissist is? I mean, Salakia, ain't that what a narcissist is? You think about you, ain't anything about the goddamn kids and the trauma they gonna go through. And the things that if you gonna leave, fuck it, just leave Salakia. If you gonna leave the kids when you leave too. Just leave them too, because they'll be better off in a single man household. And statistics also prove that, because we did a episode of that on we did a clip on that on Cry Out Spare Not. You understand? So children are better off with their fathers. You know what I'm saying? So if you decide to leave your children's father because of your happiness, well, leave your children too, so they can be happier. Keep going, Salakia. Keep going.
Children of divorce have a higher risk of divorce themselves when they grow up.
Right. High risk of divorce themselves. Like I said, women will grow up and be single mothers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just because that's the environment they grew up in. Keep on.
Come. The average age for couples to divorce for the first time is 30 years old for men and 29 years old for women. The divorce rate for first marriages within the first 5 years is around 20%.
So if you you know what I'm saying, it's a 20% chance if you get married with that ring behind that ring and that piece of paper, it's a 20% chance in the first 5 years you're gonna end up. Right. Keep on.
Kind of. The divorce rate for military couples is higher than the general population, with 3.7% compared to 3.2%. The percentage of divorced adults in the U.S. has more than doubled since 1960, from 9% to 22%. In the U.S.,
back in the 60s, you had to have a reason for divorce. There wasn't no what's that? No fault divorce. There was none of that shit. Irrecyclable difference. What I can't say that word for shit. There was none of that though back in the 60s. Right. You had to show proof. The reason why you leaving this man. If you didn't have proof, they didn't grant you that divorce.
Right.
So I mean, if you couldn't prove that he was called cheating on you, then you wasn't getting that divorce. If you went to the judge and just said I'm not happy, ain't gonna laugh you out that goddamn courtroom.
Right.
But between the 60s and now, what to say? The divorce per percentage among adults has more than doubled.
Right.
Keep going.
Kind. In the U.S., the average cost of a divorce with attorneys is $15,000 to $20,000.
I mean, goddamn, you just spend $15,000, $20,000 to get me spending another $15,000 to $20,000 to get divorced. What the hell did you get married for?
Right.
That's almost $40,000 that was spent between getting married and getting divorced that you could have just kept in your pocket and not got married to begin with, because you a selfish bitch.
Right.
And the reason why I'm saying selfish bitch is because what did we just say? More than 70 to 80% of divorces. But women want to blame men for being a single mother. Make yourself a single mother.
Right.
Because of your a feeling that you thought you was finna get in your gut. Or this feeling that you thought was love. No, right. Bitch. Love something that you do, not something that you feel. You know what I'm saying? You not even doing what Val said. What is it? Through sickness and the health, the good and bad, sickness and health, till death do you part.
Right.
You ain't even following the goddamn vows that you took. Through good and bad. So not bad now, it's time to leave, bitch. Now through good and bad.
Right.
That's what that means, through good and bad. But you want to leave because you're not happy.
Right.
You want to make the kids unhappy because you unhappy. You selfish bitch. Keep going.
Kind of. The percentages of divorced adults who remarry is around 75%. 50% of couples who cohabited before marriage gets divorced.
So you living together before this thing called marriage, but then when you get this piece of paper and this ring and you say you're married, now you divorced. Why didn't y'all just stay living together?
Right.
I guarantee he was happy. Guarantee she was happier too. Well, what the hell did you need that ring and piece of paper for? You already living together. What did you think that this marriage was going to do that you wasn't already doing?
Right.
It's funny thing. It's funny I said that because I said that to my cousin one time. My cousin was like, "Yeah, I'm getting married. Woo woo. Finna tie the knot." I'm like, "You've been living with this woman for the last 7-8 years. Y'all got two kids together.
Right.
The fuck you think is gonna just like you?" What do you think is going to change now with a ring and a piece of paper that you didn't already have? Well, she can take you to the next level. Well, goddamn, why was you with her if she wasn't already trying to take you to the next level?
Right.
Y'all was already living together, got a house together, got kids together. What special thing do you think is gonna magically happen, or what type of level do you think you're going now that you put a ring and signed your life away to a piece of paper? Just make that make sense.
Right.
He couldn't. He didn't know what to say. Keep going.
Gun. Say the divorce rate for couples who marry before age 25 is around twice as high as for those who marry after age 25. The divorce rate for same-sex couples is around 39%.
Around 39%. We might have to make this a part 2 class because it's already 7:30. We might have to do a part 2 on this next week. So with that, let's go ahead and get some of these scriptures. Yeah, I'll do a part 2 next week. So with dealing with the scriptures, we're gonna have to first figure out what marriage is. We're gonna have to establish what marriage is.
Right.
Is it a ring and piece of paper, or is it something else? You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna let the Most High let us know what marriage is. First, let's go to 4. What we're gonna do here with these scriptures right here is we're gonna establish what marriage is. Is marriage and a piece of paper, or is marriage something? Go ahead whenever you get there.
Okay. Genesis chapter 2, verse
24.
Genesis chapter 2, verse 24. Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh.
So a man will leave his father and his mother and cleave unto his wife. What does it mean to cleave?
Yeah. It's a locky. Like you right there with her. Day in and day out. Almost like you stuck with her. Not like in a bad sense, but y'all two is like one.
I just go into Google. Cleave is also a verb. Since we don't know what verbs are, verb shows action, right, which is not something that you feel. Cleave, split or sever something, especially along with natural lines or grain. It's like it. Cleave, keep close. Cleave means to keep close. Sticking to, adhering to abide with, being bounded together. That's what cleave means. You understand? So keep close, sticking to, adhering to, abide with, being bounded to. Did it say anything about a ring or piece of paper? Didn't say nothing about a ring and piece of paper. Read that last part of it again. One flesh.
And shall cleave unto it, and they shall be one flesh.
And they shall be one flesh. Now, how can two people to each other and become one flesh? Does a ring and a piece of paper make you cleave together and become one flesh? No, because a ring and a piece of paper, there's also another piece of paper that says for $15,000 to $20,000 that says you can not keep close, stick to, adhering to, abide with, or being bounded to. You know what I'm saying? Because the paper gonna cost you about $15,000 to $20,000, but you know what I'm saying. There's another piece of paper that says you can not do those things. So what really makes you keeping close, sticking to, adhering to abide with, being bounded to? What'll make that happen between two people become one? How is that possible?
Salaki, if I may, when sex is involved,
sex
is marriage.
Sex is marriage. That's it. Point blank, period. Sex makes the marriage.
Come on.
You understand? That's how two become one flesh. When a man enters a woman, that's how you become one flesh.
Right.
Now, if we've been taught that our whole life, like I said in the beginning, a lot of these women wouldn't be so promiscuous, right. Wouldn't be running around sleeping with any and everybody, wouldn't be ran through by the time they get out of grade school.
Right.
Let's not even talk about college. Good night. They had 15, 20 bodies from high school, getting out of high school. Shit, college? Come on, man. I'm single and ready to mingle. The word single just means you're a whore. That's all that means. Single equals whore.
Right.
All right, let's drop that and let's further prove this. Go to Deuteronomy 22 and start at 13.
Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 13.
Mm-hmm.
If any man take a wife.
If you take a wife, doesn't say propose, doesn't say get on your knee and put a ring on it, and then go have a ceremony with a preacher reading out of a book that's not the Bible, and then going to a courthouse to get a piece of paper that says you're married. But none of this even holds any effect until what? Even if you go to the courthouse and you go with the preacher and the ceremony, and you go to the courthouse and get a piece of paper, what makes that marriage? Sex. You still got to have sex. You still got to have sex to be what's that word? Something to marriage. What's that word?
Well, you say Salaki. I'm trying to figure out what you had just said.
You still go had the ceremony, go get the piece of paper and everything, but you still have to have sex to marriage. What's that word?
Consummate.
To consummate the marriage. To consummate the marriage. The water. Hey, get this brother here. Hey, he been helping me out all night. To consummate the marriage, you still have to have sex. So even with the preacher and the courthouse giving you this piece of paper, to consummate the marriage, you still have to have sex.
Salaki, if I may, to piggyback on what you saying, that's even if you go to the courthouse, get the paper, and if you still want to go get us,
you can annul
the marriage, but they're gonna ask you this right here: did y'all have sex? And if you had sex, this lets you know that how America knows about sex is marriage. They gonna ask you if you had sex, and if you say you had sex, you can't get no annulment.
Not that soon. Not that soon, right? But if you haven't had sex, they'll annul that marriage never happened.
Yes.
But it's still gonna cost you. Yeah. It may not cost you $20,000 to do it that way, but it's still gonna cost you.
Yes. That lets you know that how America acknowledge what the Most High has ordained marriage to be. It's sex.
But you tell a single woman that sex is marriage.
She going crazy.
Oh yeah, she going crazy.
She gonna try to say some shit by saying, "Well, I guess I got a lot of husbands."
Yeah, bitch, that means you're a whore.
Yeah.
like I used to marry to every woman you had sex with. Well, no, bitch, because they've had sex with somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like it just goes to that. You know what I'm saying? But really, the main reason why women don't want to accept sex as marriage is because then they have to realize, damn, I was a whore.
Right.
I had sex with Z.
Right.
And A, B, C, all the way in between. Probably more than that, twice. You see what I'm saying? Like, some of these women got some bodies on them.
Right.
A lot of them. Some of them came 2 and 3 at a time. Salakia.
Right.
And I'm not even being funny. Like, I'm dead serious. Like, some came 2 and 3 at a time.
Real talk. And then they, you know, in the ISUPK and the Commander General Hunter, when we tell them this right here, how is it to say goodbye like that?
Even science tells you that's not even, you're not even supposed to. Right. You understand? Like, even science explains you're not supposed to be with a whole lot of men. That's why you're crazy.
Right.
You got all these different DNAs and you altering your DNA. That's why your ass crazy. And
then you're taking on all these other spirits too.
You know, like, good night on. Keep going. Start at 13.
Kind of. Deuteronomy 2, verse 13. If any man take a wife and go in unto her and hate her. Verse 14. And give occasions of speech against her and bring up and
now what this is talking about is if you take a wife and you hate her for whatever reason, and then you bring up these accusations against her. Go ahead.
Kind of. And bring up an evil name upon her and say, I took this woman, and when I came to her, I found her not a maid.
Now, what this is a man trying to get rid of this woman for whatever reason that he's trying to get rid of her, and he's saying that she wasn't a virgin when he went into her. Go ahead. When he had sex with her, because that's what that means. When he had sex with her. Go ahead.
Verse 13. Then shall the father of the damsel and her mother take and bring forth the tokens of the damsel virginity unto the elders of the city in the gate.
Now, to understand that, you have to understand the customs. You understand? Now, with the customs behind this is when a woman is a spouse to a man, you know what I'm saying? The spouse, he has to pay a dowry, and once the dowry's done, then they're allowed to get married. You know what I'm saying? And on this wedding day, we'll use that term for, like, you know what I'm saying, for the English that we know today. For you know what I'm saying? So we'll say that. Well, what happens is the father will gather the community together and throw it, which is pretty much what we call a reception today. To use our terms that we use today, it would be called reception. And during that reception, the man and the woman will go into a room and have sex on white sheets. You understand? And the reason why they would have sex on white sheets is because when the woman's a virgin, she bleeds. And when she bleeds, it'll go onto the white sheets. And the sheets go to the father for the token of virginity to prove that she was a virgin. Just in case a man hates her and wants to divorce her for any reason, he can't say she wasn't a virgin. Keep going.
Verse 16. And the damsel father shall say unto the elder, gave my daughter unto thee to wife, and he hated her. Verse 17. And lo, he hath given occasions of speech against her, saying, I found not thy daughter a maid, and yet these are the tokens of my daughter's virginity, and they shall spread the cloth before the elders of the city.
And it's showing that she was a virgin when you married. You just hate her for some reason. You understand? and you can't just leave her because you hate her. Keep going one more.
Verse 18. And the elders of that city shall take that man and chastise him.
Now he's gonna get chastised because he lied on this woman and her father's name. You understand? That's how important, you know what I'm saying, that token of virginity was for a woman. You know what I'm saying? Sex, you know what I'm saying? Sex used to be important. Sex was important. A woman's virginity was important. You know what I'm saying? After the feminine movement and you know what I'm saying, the women's liberation movement and all these women's movements, you know what I'm saying, and the cheering of single women households, you know what I'm saying? Somehow sex just became into this casual thing where, you know what I'm saying, you just have sex with any and everybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's disgusting. You're a disgusting human being. You are filthy.
Right.
And yes, it's on you, woman, because you're the ones that control your legs.
Right.
You control your legs, whether you open them or you close them. You should be taught to close them instead of open them.
Right.
All right, let's drop that. Go to Leviticus 21 and start at 13.
Leviticus chapter 21, verse 13. And he shall take a wife in her virginity.
He shall take a wife in her virginity. You know what I'm saying? You want a wife that's pure. And what's pure, not that she got on a goddamn for a wedding day.
Right.
That doesn't make that more pure. What makes that woman pure is if she's a virgin. You know what I'm saying? Your virginity is worth way more than any degree you can get or how many bodies you can stack up. You know what I'm saying? That virginity and your femininity is way more than any of that.
Right.
Keep going.
Verse 14. A widow, woman, or profane, or a harlot, these shall he not take, but he shall take a virgin of his own people to wife.
He should take a virgin of his own people to wife. I think I really wanted that for divorce and interracial marriage. You know what I'm saying? But that go for what marriage is too. Marriage, you know what I'm saying? You want to, you know what I'm saying? You don't want a woman that's been divorced already. You want a virgin of your people. You want a version of your people, not some heathen ass you know what I'm saying, race of people. You want a version of your people. Drop that. Go to Deuteronomy 22 and 28. Yes, like I put that one in the wrong category. That can go under interracial marriage and also divorce.
Deuteronomy. Salah. You did say Deuteronomy.
Deuteronomy 22 and 28.
Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 28. If a man find a damsel that is a virgin.
So if a man find a damsel, which a damsel is a woman, you know what I'm saying, a damsel would be a marriageable age. Keep going. That's a virgin, which is also a woman of marriageable age. Go ahead.
Which is not and lay hold on her and lie with her, and they be found. Verse 29. Then the man that lay with her shall give unto the damsel's father 50 shekels of silver, and she shall be his wife, because he hath humbled her. He may not put her away all his days.
Okay, now go back up to 28 and let's break that down. So if a man find a damsel in a field and what?
That is not betrothed.
That is not betrothed. That is not endowed to another man. Go ahead.
And lay hold on her and lie with her.
And basically tricks her, you know what I'm saying? Whispers them sweet nothings. What would it say with the sweet nothings in her ear? And, you know what I'm saying? And entice her to lay with him. Go ahead.
And they be found, verse 29. Then the man, her.
Then that man that lay with this woman, go ahead.
Shall give unto father.
This man that lay with this humble this woman shall now pay a dowry to this woman's father. Go ahead.
50 shekels of silver. And she shall be his.
And that woman is now his wife. Why? Go ahead.
Because he have humbled her.
Because he have humbled her. He had sex with her. Go ahead.
He may not put her away all his days.
And he can't divorce her for nothing. He's got to keep that woman the rest of his life. Can't divorce her for nothing. All right. Sex make. Go to Exodus 22 and 16.
Exodus chapter 22, verse.
Go ahead.
If a man entice a maid.
If a man entice a maid. If a man, again, whisper sweet nothings into this woman's ear, right. Entices her.
That is not betrothed.
There's not. It isn't promised to anybody else. Go ahead.
And lie with her.
Go ahead.
He shall surely endow her to be his wife.
He shall surely endow her to be his wife. Keep going.
Verse 17. If her father utterly refuse to give him give her unto him his money according to the dowry of virgins.
The dowry of virgins, the money, which was what we read in the last one, 50 shekels of gold, or 50 shekels of silver, wasn't it? 50 shekels of silver. You know what I'm saying? This father didn't want to give his daughter to this man, but he already laid with her, enticed her and laid with her, and now he got to pay that dowry because that's now his wife.
Right.
Because he laid with her. He enticed her and laid with her. He didn't do it the righteous way, which was going to father first and paying the dowry, and, you know what I'm saying, working the dowry off, and then getting, you know what I'm saying, then getting the feast on to, you know what I'm saying, and give the tokens of virginity going to the father. He didn't do it the right way.
Right.
But that's still his wife because he done laid with her. All right, drop that. Go to Genesis 4 and 17.
Genesis chapter 4, verse 17. And Cain knew his wife, and she conceived and bare Enoch.
And Cain what?
Cain knew his wife.
Cain knew his wife. He got down on the knee.
Cain knew his wife.
They paid for this reception and ceremony and had the preacher come read. Pastor Porchop come out and read out of a book that wasn't the Bible, telling them they vows ever after through good and bad, sickness, health, to death do they part.
Cain knew his wife.
Cain knew it. Now, how did Cain know his wife?
Like if I may, through sex.
Through sex. Cain knew his wife through sex. And how do we know that?
Khan. And Cain knew his wife, and she conceived.
And she conceived. You can't give putting a ring on even with the ring getting put on it.
Right.
She's not conceiving the paper that they went to the courthouse to go get. Because he knew her and they had sex. Keep going.
Khan. And bare Enoch, and he builded a city and called the name of the city after the name of his son Enoch.
You see what I'm saying? Cain knew his wife, had sex with his wife. They had a son, and he built a city after his son's name. Drop that, go to Hebrews 13 and verse 4.
Hebrews chapter 13, verse 4. Marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled. But whoremongers and adulterers, the Most High God will judge.
You see what I'm saying? Marriage is honorable, and the bed undefiled. So what you do with your wife in the bedroom is undefiled. You know what I'm saying? But whoremongers and what? Adulterers? Whoremongers and adulterers, the Most High will judge. You know what I'm saying? So if you out here just running around having casual sex, getting married to a man, then divorcing them for whatever reason your selfish ass came up with, or anything of that, then, you know what I'm saying, the Most High will judge you.
Right.
And how do we know that? Because divorce is unlawful. Divorce is not lawful at all. And let's get a few of them scriptures. We still got about 15 minutes. Let's get some of them scriptures. And then we'll go into the interracial. We'll do a whole nother segment on this next week. Go to Matthew 19 and 3.
Matthew chapter 19, verse 3. The Pharisees also came unto him, tempting him, and saying unto him.
Now, this is a conversation between the Pharisees and Christ. You understand? The Pharisees came to Christ asking him questions, trying to trick him. Keep going.
Come. Is it lawful for a man to put away his wife for every cause?
Now, is it lawful for a man to leave divorce his woman, put away his woman for anything? Whatever the nigga come up with, can he leave his woman because of that? Keep going.
Come. Verse 4. And he answered and said unto them, have ye not read that he which made them at the beginning made them male and female?
Now, Christ is also, you know what I'm saying, quoting what we read earlier. You know what I'm saying? Most High made male and female. Keep going.
Come. And said, for this cause.
Genesis, like you, what we read in Genesis. Keep going.
Come. And said, for this cause shall man leave father and mother, and shall cleave to his wife.
For this cause, God made man and woman, and for this cause, man and woman should leave his father and mother and cleave unto his wife. Keep going.
Come. And they twain shall be one flesh.
They twain shall be one flesh. That means you take two sticks, which are two twains, and you put them together, makes one flesh.
Come. 6. Wherefore they are no more twain, but one flesh.
Now there are no more twains or no more twigs off of 7 branches. The one flesh, the one branch. Now go ahead.
Come. What therefore the Most High God had joined together, let no man put asunder.
Now what the Most High had done put together, let no man take apart. Let no man Pastor Porchop tell you what he won't do another man with.
Right.
If he's not doing what you want him to do, then you can leave him and get you another one. Happy wife, happy life. All that bullshit y'all been taught from knee high to a grasshopper. All that bullshit. Stop letting these ungodly people tell you that, because they're not doing nothing but telling you that to sin. They're not doing nothing but destroying you even further. Keep on.
Come. Verse 7. They say unto him, why did Moses then command to give a writing of divorcement and to put her away?
So they're asking Christ now. Now, why did Moses say that you can write a bill of divorce and put her away? Keep going.
Come. Verse 8, and he said unto them, Moses, because of the hardness of your hearts, suffer you to put away your wives.
Now, Moses, because the hardness of your hearts, because you're evil ass niggas. Keep going.
Come. But from the beginning, not so.
Moses allowed y'all to do because y'all evil ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? But from the beginning, it wasn't so. From the beginning, Genesis, when God created man and woman, and a man shall leave his mother and father and cleave unto his wife, and the two shall become one flesh. You understand? From the beginning, it wasn't so. From the beginning, there was no billment or divorce to where you could leave this woman for any reason.
Right.
There's only one reason that you can leave the woman in divorce, and we'll get to that here in a second. But it ain't for anything. It ain't because you don't like the way she cooked.
Right.
It ain't because you lied that she wasn't a virgin. It ain't because you control her. It ain't because she got want to argue and as a loudmouth. That's what you signed up for, nigga. You got to deal with that.
Right.
It ain't because you know what I'm saying, you don't like the flip flop she got. So you say it ain't because, you know what I'm saying, you can't control her for whatever reason you think you want to control her. That's not a reason to leave the woman. There's only one reason you can leave the woman, and we'll get there here in a minute. Go ahead. Read finish it now.
Come. Verse 9, and I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife, except
now this is Christ. And whosoever, whatever man put away his wife, go ahead.
Come. Except it be for fornication.
Except what?
Fornication.
Because he ain't like the way she could.
Fornication.
Because he ain't like that she talked to him any kind of way.
Fornication.
He didn't like what she wore on Tuesday.
Fornication.
What's fornication?
So, like, if I may, fornication is her giving herself to another man.
Her giving herself to another man, but break it down simple. So just flat out, what's fornication?
Having sex outside of her husband.
I give it to you. Any unlawful sex. Unlawful sex is fornication. You know what I'm saying? So now that does include her giving herself to another man outside her husband. That also includes like bestiality, homosexuality, you know what I'm saying? Any unlawful sex is what fornication is. So yes, if she gives herself to another man, go ahead. And except it be to fornication, unlawful sex, go ahead.
Come. And she'll marry another.
If you put this woman away for any reason besides unlawful sex, her giving herself to another man, or having sex with a woman, or having sex with a dog, or whatever, if anything outside of any fornication, and you put her away for any reason, and you want to marry another, go ahead.
Come. Committed adultery.
You commit adultery. Committed adultery on that woman. Go ahead.
Come. And whosoever. Salaki. And whoso married her, which is put away, doeth commit adultery.
And if you're another man and you marry a woman that's been divorced, where he won't do another man will, looking at if you won't do it, what he won't, you know what I'm saying? If he ain't doing what you wanted to, go get you another man, looking at. You understand? All these things that your Pastor Pork Chop teaches you, you know what I'm saying? And all these simp ass, sucker ass niggas that will simp and be a sucker behind this evil, disgusting bitch. Understand? Also commits adultery because you know what I'm saying, you married a woman that's been put away.
Right.
You also commit adultery. Is that it on that?
Come.
So if the woman has been divorced or is having sex with another man, what these niggas like to brag about today? I had sex with your woman.
Right.
You gay, disgusting ass nigga. That's not nothing to brag about. That's lightweight gay.
Right.
I'm saying, like, how you feel like you just put put your rod into something I've been nutting in for the last 10 years.
Right.
Nigga, you're. There's nothing to brag about. Especially the woman. Like, you bragging about this hoe?
Right.
That's a hoe. Okay, so you had sex. And really, the only reason why she had sex with you because she was mad at him to begin with.
Right.
If it wasn't for that, you would have never got the dance. So, nigga, you not special, motherfucker. Salakia. You not special, nigga. You just a simp ass nigga.
Right.
By definition, Salakia. Drop that. Let's go to Matthew 5:31.
Matthew chapter 5, verse 31. It has been said, whosoever shall put away his wife, let him give her a writing of divorcement.
Now, this is following what he just said in Matthew 19. You know what I'm saying? What Moses has said. It's been said because it was been said back then. Moses said this. If you divorce, you know what I'm saying, you want to get rid of your wife, give her a bill of divorcement. Go ahead.
Come. Verse 32. But I say unto you.
But Christ says, this is Christ speaking. But Christ say unto him,
Come. That whosoever shall put away his wife.
If you put away your wife, go ahead.
Come. Saving for the cause of fornication.
Besides fornication, besides any unlawful sex that she had, which was sleeping with a man outside of you, sleeping with another woman, sleeping with a dog, whatever, anybody having sex with anything or anybody outside of you, go ahead.
Come. Causes her to commit adultery.
You causing her to commit adultery. Go ahead.
Come. And whosoever shall marry her. And
here we go with this again. If you and any man that married this woman that's been put away, go ahead.
Come. Salaki, and whosoever shall marry her that is divorced committed adultery.
You committed adultery laying with a woman that's been divorced. That's not cool.
Right.
All these women out here, but you want to run behind this woman that just got out of this marriage or been married for the last 10 years and now you want to lay with this bitch? What did we just read in? What was it? 60% of them marriages, second marriages end in divorce too? So you want this bitch to do the same thing to you that she did to this other nigga.
Right.
Now you simp sorry ass nigga. Make that make sense. Go to Luke 16:8. Because this all throughout the Bible. It's all throughout the Bible, especially the New Testament. You know what I'm saying? When Christ made everything clear, he gave us the spirit behind the laws that was given to us by Moses. When Christ made everything clear, this is all throughout the Bible. Go ahead.
Come. Luke chapter 16, verse 18.
Mm-hmm.
Whosoever putteth away his wife.
Here we go again with this. If you divorce your wife, put away your wife. Go ahead.
Come. And married another.
If you put away your wife and you want to marry another woman, go ahead.
Come. Committed adultery.
You commit adultery. You can't put away your wife to marry another woman.
Right.
You got to keep them both. That's a whole nother topic for us, but we'll get into that too. You can't divorce your wife to marry another woman. You can marry another woman, but you can't divorce your wife to do it. Right. You got to keep both of them. Or all three of them, however many it is, you got to keep them all. You can't leave one woman and marry another woman. That's right. Adultery. You got to keep all the women that you marry. You can't get rid of them. Was that it on that? Keep going.
Wow. Come. And whoso married her that is put away from her husband committed adultery.
And there we go with that again. If you marry a woman that's put away from her husband, you commit adultery. So what's that telling us? Leave these bitches alone.
Right.
Them bitches need to go back to their woman. We'll save the rest of this for next week for part 2. All right. That's nice law class. Yahaba Shimi Hasha Barakatham, Yahashma Altham Bashimi Hasha, class dismissed. Just say that article for next week too, because we